This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The stainless steel Rolex has dominated the luxury watch landscape over the past 5 years, not just as a timekeeping device, but as a cultural and financial symbol. Its presence carried such weight that it reshaped the entire market. These watches became so highly coveted that buying one at retail became nearly impossible, while secondary market prices climbed to astonishing levels. This was not just about horology, but about status, identity, and economic speculation. But gravity inevitably asserts itself. What once soared on waves of hype is now facing a sobering descent. The excitement surrounding stainless steel Rolex watches, particularly flagship references like the Submariner, Daytona, and GMT-Master II, has waned significantly. This is not rumor or conjecture. The numbers are clear and decisive. In this video, brought to you by the Luxury World, we will provide a comprehensive look at the data, which shows a cooling of the market with declining prices, reduced transaction volumes, and watches lingering far longer in inventory. Please subscribe to Luxury World for exclusive access to upcoming insights, curated content, and expert guidance to help elevate every step of your watch investment journey. To understand this market transformation, one must consider both the broader luxury watch industry and the specifics behind Rolex's steep fall from its speculative highs. A useful tool in tracking overall market performance is used from the well-known watch market index known as the Chronopulse. Often described as a horological equivalent to the S&P 500, it measures secondary market performance for a wide range of luxury watches. Over the last year, this index has dropped to 1,377, marking a nearly 4% decline. The descent, while gradual at first, has accelerated in recent months, indicating a market-wide retreat from the previous frenzy. Although the entire luxury watch sector is experiencing this shift, Rolex appears to be taking a sharper hit than most. The brand's prominence within the market makes this decline particularly impactful. Data reveals that just 7 of Rolex's most sought-after stainless steel references account for nearly 48% of the total value traded across the entire market. This underscores Rolex's dominant influence and also exposes the fragility of a market so reliant on a handful of models. The recent performance data for these references shows consistent year-over-year losses. The GMT-Master II bad girl has dropped approximately 5%. The Submariner date has lost over 4% of its value. Most notably, the white dial Daytona 116500 LN has fallen by more than 6.4%. While these watches still trade above retail in many instances, the consistent downward trend reflects a deeper, more systemic correction. This is not just about falling prices. The pace at which watches are selling has slowed dramatically. A detailed look at transaction velocity, measured by the average number of units sold over 3 months and how many days it takes to complete a sale, offers a clearer view of declining demand. The Rolex Datejust, once a highly liquid and desirable model, serves as a striking example. In mid-2023, unit sales exceeded 900 in just 3 months, and the average time to sell a Datejust was a brisk 50 days. Fast forward to today, and the landscape has changed dramatically. Sales volume has dropped significantly, and the average number of days on market has surged to nearly 140. Watches that once flew off shelves are now sitting for nearly 3 times longer. The Submariner, often considered the quintessential Rolex for daily wear, presents a similar trajectory. It was once nearly impossible to source at retail, with resale values climbing rapidly. In early 2023, Submariner unit sales peaked at nearly 400 within a quarter. However, as market conditions tightened, demand softened. During the height of its popularity in mid-2022, a Submariner would sell within just over 20 days. Today, that figure has increased to nearly 80. Dealers now face longer holding times, which reflects softer demand and signals reduced urgency among buyers. Perhaps the most dramatic example of this market contraction is the Rolex Daytona 116500 LN, the flagship of Rolex's hype era. This model, once regarded as nearly unobtainable with supposed multi-year waitlists, is now showing a stark reversal. Unit sales have plunged from a peak of over 250 in mid-2023 to around 150 currently. More significantly, the average time required to sell one has jumped from 25 days to nearly 100. A watch once chased with feverish intensity is now lingering in dealer inventories for more than 3 months. This decline is not anecdotal. It is data-driven and undeniable. The text messages from gray market dealers that once made collectors feel privileged now carry the tone of a routine sales pitch. Even authorized dealers, those who previously required customers to purchase fewer desirable models just to join a waitlist for a Daytona, may soon be initiating contact, reversing a long-standing power dynamic. Bringing these insights together paints a comprehensive picture of where the Rolex market stands. The broader luxury watch segment has cooled. Stainless steel Rolex models, once considered nearly recession-proof, are now leading the downturn. Sales volumes are shrinking, and timepieces are remaining unsold for far longer periods. The speculative bubble appears to be deflating. Several macroeconomic factors have contributed to this shift. The pandemic era's abundance of stimulus-driven cash, soaring crypto portfolios, and easy access to credit helped fuel the meteoric rise of watch speculation. That era has ended. Economic tightening, inflation, and shifting consumer priorities have tempered buying enthusiasm. Spending $25,000 on a watch with a $15,000 retail tag is no longer seen as savvy, it's seen as reckless. However, this market correction may not be a cause for concern. It could represent a long-awaited return to rationality. For serious watch collectors, this is potentially encouraging news. The speculative frenzy that priced many enthusiasts out of the market is subsiding. Value is returning to the product itself rather than the illusion of quick financial gain. This trend may also be restoring the balance between retail and secondary channels. As models like the Submariner, Datejust, and Daytona linger in inventory, authorized dealers may become more willing to offer them to everyday buyers, rather than reserving them exclusively for VIP clientele. The practice of bundling purchases or playing allocation games may soon lose relevance. A more sustainable market benefits long-term collectors and enthusiasts. It fosters accessibility, reduces opportunistic flipping, and places emphasis on horological merit. The focus shifts back to design, craftsmanship, and the emotional value of ownership, core principles that luxury watchmaking was built upon. Ultimately, what is occurring may not be a crash, but a normalization. A return to pre-frenzy conditions where watches are viewed as timeless instruments rather than volatile assets. In this context, the stainless steel Rolex is not losing its value, it is regaining its soul. As the dust settles, the collector who once felt pushed out by speculation may find renewed opportunity. Prices are realigning, waitlists are thinning, and market psychology is shifting. The future of stainless steel Rolex watches may not lie in meteoric appreciation, but in the hands of those who truly value them, not as trophies, but as enduring symbols of mechanical art. The hype may be retreating, but the essence of Rolex, durability, prestige, and craftsmanship, remains intact. And in this new, more balanced market, there may finally be room once again for those who value watches not as investments, but as legacies. What are your thoughts on the intriguing topic on Rolex we shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.